Federal prosecutors are now looking into a March 23rd, 2023 basketball game in the NBA that featured Terry Rozier as his then Charlotte Hornets were taking on the New Orleans Pelicans. Basically, they want to know if Terry altered his availability for Sportsbooks. So it is a little weird, I got to be honest with you. During this game, Terry Rozier played around the first 9.5 minutes, and then he was cited for a foot injury, and not only didn't return to that game, but it was towards the latter part of the season. The Hornets were out of playoff contention. He didn't return the remainder of the season. Now, what makes it even more interesting is there's actually somebody on Twitter during this game that said, thankfully, essentially, I took the under on Terry Rozier because he had found out that Terry Rozier wasn't going to play a significant amount of time in this game. And then to take it a step further, Sportsbooks, right before this game, for some odd reason, did bring down prop bets on Rozier significantly from like the 21.5 that they had set on points, rebounds, and assists. They were brought down significantly. You do as you may with that information. The NBA has said they've looked into this matter and they found nothing thus far. But keep in mind, the same federal prosecutors that are investigating this situation were some of the same ones involved on the Jontay Porter case, in which he ended up receiving a lifetime ban from the NBA because they found out he was rigging games for Sportsbooks. I mean, listen, this is troubling stuff. This is what the NBA cannot literally afford to have. If people find out the integrity of the game has been compromised for guys like Terry Rozier, who's literally in the last year of an $86 million deal over 4, I mean, you got problems. You know what scares me? When the Jontay Porter thing happened, he was playing for the Toronto Raptors. You know, he doesn't play a lot of basketball as is, or didn't play a lot of professional ball as is. That wasn't too concerning for me. Obviously, I know he could have affected the books, but I wasn't too concerned. Immediately, what I thought about was the fact that he's got a brother who had just won an NBA championship when that investigation begun. And Michael Porter Jr. for the Denver Nuggets. Michael Porter Jr. could impact a lot of money. That's what I thought about. And what I still think about is guys like Michael Porter Jr. and Terry Rozier, where these are not stars like LeBron or Steph or Kawhi, James Harden. I believe those guys make so much money and their legacies are so impacted, and they can be on any given sports show, any given day. I don't question if those guys are cheating or compromised, right, for sports books and for more money. I don't. What scares me is guys like Terry Rozier and Michael Porter Jr. And again, I don't want to accuse MPJ of nothing. That was his brother, not him. But again, it is his family, his brother. Terry Rozier shoots enough, has been impactful enough to impact games. And Terry does pop up on a lot of props, right? He is a guy that on any given night can be available. He's on the Miami Heat right now, a part of their, more points, less points, under, over. Like, he does fit the mold of somebody that can be big enough to impact millions upon millions of dollars. We'll see what comes of this. Again, the NBA said they found nothing. It was just one game, to the best of my knowledge. According to this Wall Street Journal article, they were the first to report this. But clearly something probed the feds to investigate. And what that something is, time will tell. Thank y'all so much for tapping in with me. This is what the NBA cannot afford literally to have happen. I'm out.